Let's go, boys. Just having a little think about what you guys might want to hear today. I was thinking about talking about the second half of Fight Club because we watched it when we got back from the gym the other day and had some thoughts about it. It was interesting that the class warfare went from like sort of implied to just straight up like explicit, um, and it sort of highlighted something that was there in the film the whole time, but then sort of gets brought to the front when you make the class warfare explicit, is that the protagonist of the film is not working class, but all of his peoples are. Like everybody else in the club is, like I think they describe it as like, yeah, we wash your cars, we make your coffee, we build your houses, etc., etc. Um, but the protagonist, he's like this upper middle class like office guy. You know what I mean? And there's white collar workers that get paid way less than him. You know, and he's got this relatively easy life compared to the working class fellows in the movie, and that's why he's miserable. Like he's miserable because his life is like unfulfilling. Um, but then he goes and becomes this hero of the working class. Um, so yeah, I'm not really sure if the movie's trying to be cheeky there. They're trying to like poke fun at the upper middle class man for having this like empty life, when it's like, mate, comparatively, your life's a whole lot bloody easier than the working class people that join the club with you. You know what I mean? Your life's a hell of a lot easier than your woman in the movie, Martha. Like, so yeah, so come on, man. I think I think maybe the movie is sort of poking fun at that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, he lives in this like upscale bloody condo with all this expensive furniture, and like that's his little way of doing things. So yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. That was sort of worth mentioning. Um, yeah, I think it's interesting as well that old mate. And yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it because I'm about to spoil it. But when old mate is discovered for who he really is, old Tyler, I don't think it really changes the movie very much. Like in terms of what the movie is saying, you know what I mean? I don't really get how you're supposed to look at the themes in the movie differently once you find out that truth about Tyler. So if somebody knows, please let me know in the comments. But in terms of like, yeah, what the movie is trying to say, but say in terms of what the movie is trying to say by changing that, by making that happen at the end, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what it's saying. So yeah, please enlighten me if you fellas know. But yeah, anyway, so I thought it was like overall, yeah, a really good movie. A really good sort of look into the past, and that's what we're trying to do. Me and my brother, we're watching all these '90s movies because we're trying to slow our brains down. If you watch any movie from like the 2010s um, and the 2020s, those movies are like straight up like fast paced. They're made for someone who watches bloody TikTok videos all day. You know what I mean? So we're trying to think slower and think longer. Our way into that is by watching a bunch of '90s movies, and then when we do that, we might go back to '80s movies. I'll watch a bunch of '80s movies and then sort of work our way backwards like that. Um, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. We watched The Matrix first, then we watched Fight Club. I'm not sure what we're going to watch next, so let us know. If you have anybody suggestions for us, be more than happy to have a look at whatever movies you guys think would that we benefit from. But yeah, old Fight Club there is it is a real like look into the past. You know what I mean? The landscape has changed so much since then, and the the pain that the fellas feel in the '90s one is still very much prevalent today, if not like more prevalent. You know what I mean? Especially getting into gym and stuff. You watch like YouTube videos about gym and fellas that go to the gym, and they're all just as miserable and empty as those '90s men were. And a lot of them use gym as escape. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. A lot of them love the gym because it's probably one of the only true meritocratic places. You know what I mean? They get told to work hard in their job, but they don't see no progress from that. At least when they go to the gym, if you put in the work, you'll get the progress. So I think that meritocracy is very appealing. Um, I also think that the that sort of what's it called, carving your sculpture or whatever, like how people make a stone statue, a marble statue. In the same way, people are like carving the body that they want. So they got that sort of autonomy that they have in the gym that they don't have in their working life at all. So yeah, I think it's definitely related to that, and I think maybe that's why the movie is still so relevant, is because, like I said, that pain is still very much there, if not exacerbated now. If not, yeah, harder now than it was at the time of that movie. So yeah, um, I'll put some gym footage from this morning's gym session over top of this, so you guys can watch what we've done. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm not sure if this movie is like great for people who come into that as an incel, people who come into that as like a person who would be sucked into that cult. I think they're people who probably shouldn't watch the movie, honestly, because I think they'd get the wrong message from it. You know what I mean? I think they'd watch it and be like, "Wow, I guess that's what we need to do." And it's like, no, you're missing the point, man. You're not getting it. You know what I'm saying?